Then we'll go through the background education for each of them, and then we'll have them to talk about some of their experiences.
All right, Dr. Haney, thank you once of all again for allowing us to be on the show today. I actually met Minister Sonia Vaughn Brown through Facebook. She had sent me a message on Facebook telling me about her book and everything. I guess she had been reading some of my posts or what have you, and seeing the mindset that I have. But she sent me a message on Facebook about a book that she had put out and everything. And of course, you know, from all the various shows we've done over the years, I'm always interested in people who have experienced negativity in life and have endured that negativity, and at the end result is they overcame that negativity. So when she contacted me on Facebook, I was very interested in her story, and from prison to praise and all of that. Have not had a chance to get the book and read the book, but first thought I had was, man, I need to see if I can get you on Comments with Dr. James Haney. So when that became possible, that's when I had contacted her about coming on here, and I'm glad she decided to show up and come out here today. And,
very good.
And then, of course, Minister KWalker, I've been knowing him for a few years here, and a very good friend of mine, you know, that minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, doing some serious work out there in the community, in the streets, trying to redirect the pathways of some of these young guys that's, you know, trying to, you know, maybe trying to experience the path that he has experienced and has overcome in his life. So, and that's what brings us here together, just to let the world know, basically, you know, who these people are and what they're doing.
Very good. And of course, let's start off with you, Minister Waller, by having you to give us some information in reference to your background, education, and experience. And Minister Brown will do the same in terms of her background, education, and experience. And by that time, we should be out of this first 6-minute segment of the show. And then we'll come back and we'll start with you, and we'll have you to talk about some of your experiences dealing with overcoming negative attitudes and conditions. Let's do it from that perspective.
I want to thank you for allowing me to be here, Dr. Haney, and my good friend, Pastor KWalker, and Sister Sonia. I thank God for this opportunity. I grew up in West Nashville, and I was a young man that I was interested in sports. I loved sports back then. And I went to high school. By the time I got to high school, I mean, I went there and I was already unaware that I didn't even know who I was at that time. So that's just a little briefing of growing up, and before I knew I was in high school, and then being captured, being innocent out there in the world. Man, it's amazing what being transformed can do for you. And so I'm just glad to be here to share some of the things that would be beneficial to others as a result of what I've been through.
Okay, very good. Minister Brown, let's have some statements from you in reference to that, and then we'll have this first break, and then we'll come back and we'll deal with it.
Dr. Haney, I want to also thank you for having me on the show, as well as Pastor Walker invited me on. But I grew up here in Nashville, and then at a very younger age, I moved to Murfreesboro, where I went through some various changes as well. My younger years, I fell prey to molestation. My younger years, which molded me in the wrong sense for a minute, which made me make some bad choices and led me down the road to smoking crack for a while. So I was lost for a little while during my earlier years, but thank God that He did some transformation on me, and some things changed in my life that made me come on back the right way.
And so, Pastor Walker, over the last